guys having a good day. Let me say hi to everybody first. Divine, Kim, G513, Kim Possible, Natalia, 2 Tim 3. Divine, you're number 1 in here today. Awesome, awesome. Chris G. See you then. Do that. What's up? Wolfie, what's happening? Greenie, Arizona, you still watching my posted video? Yeah. Susan, Vicky, Kathy, Kim Possible, I think I said that already. Kim, Paula. Okay, guys, yeah, we're just going to jump into this. We got some stuff, obviously, going on. Well, and again, guys, so let me do this first. I want to give a shout out, guys, to the people that's been helping me out in my PayPal. I so much appreciate it. I know I pushed against it for so long, but I can't tell you guys how humbled I am and how much it has relieved a little bit of my stress that I got going on in my own life. So thank you so much for helping me out there. I guess I could do this real quick. Let's just do that real quick. Okay. Okay, there's my PayPal. If you guys want to help me out there, it's greatly appreciated. Again, it's not ever expected. I never expect anybody to do any of that. And when you guys humbled me really, really far, and I'm honored that you guys even want to listen to what I have to say. So, but anyway, give a shout out to Anna, Susan, Tabitha, Matthew, David W., Janet, Christine, and there's a couple people there, and Tom Murphy. Thank you, bud. I got you. If you're listening to this, man, thank you. I really appreciate it. And there's other ones too, guys. I just want to say thank you so much, and I understand it's getting a little bit difficult to know who doesn't want their name said, so I'm trying to still kind of figure out what to do there. But I don't want it to go unsaid. You know what I mean? Because I know what it's like to try to help some other, try to support other people, and it is nice to hear your name when stuff like that's going on. So I do appreciate that. So anyway, guys, we're going to move on. I'm not going to talk about that no more. But obviously, guys, we got stuff going on. I hope you guys understand what I've been doing with the short videos. I kind of addressed that a little bit already. Excuse me. But yeah, I had so many requests of people wanting me to go back to doing some of those, or all of them actually. And I get it, because I just changed my format. I didn't expect to, but I did. It started off with just doing a live stream or two, thinking I was just going to do that every so often. But it has turned into, live streaming all the time, which is fine, because I enjoy it a lot more because I get to conversate with you guys directly. I know I could do that through premiering, but it's not the same. So, anyway, I understand people don't have a whole lot of time. That's why I put out that short video this morning. I'm going to do that every day. It's just going to be pretty much space weather conditions, bam, done. That kind of thing. So, and there is some stuff going on. And so we're going to talk about that. Hey, Ashley, how you doing, girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. Arizona, Christine, good to see everybody in here. So yeah, guys, I mean, obviously I understand where everybody's mind's at right now, and I'm going to try to avoid all that conversation because, I really want to give everybody at least a little bit of a break from all that when they come to my channel. Obviously I have my opinions, and I understand that let's just face it, guys, things are bad when it comes to that. Geopolitical stuff and stuff that's going on now. I mean, it's complete just lack of freedom of speech. It just, yeah. And even what I'm doing right here on this platform, you got to throw that in there too, because and what's happening is you're seeing these people, they're speaking out against all these other platforms. But they're not saying nothing about this platform because they're still here. and they know this is their bread and butter, so they're not going to say anything. But make no mistake, YT is part of all this too. Just go look. Are you guys buffering? Daggone it. Hold on. You guys still there? Let me know. Okay. Alright. I shut off a couple things. Guys, listen. Something else too. Understand that what you guys just seen there with the buffering is a direct result from everything that's going on geopolitically. Everything's getting bottlenecked. All of it. And so all the servers are going to be getting crammed. I mean, crammed full. So let's just keep that in mind, because it definitely will be, yeah. I shut off some of my stuff there so I can try to, increase this. But yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm doing. And yeah. So let's just go ahead and jump into it, guys. I got real life going on over here on the side. So, yeah, sorry about my pausing going on there. So let's just jump into it. Anyway, we got the Schumann resonance here, guys, and this right here is something I didn't really expect to see. Being probably not. Right now I'm not saying that solar weather is going to really affect this. The buffering that you're going to see, if it's from solar weather, you're going to have power outages. You're not going to see a whatever from wherever. You know what I mean? So just kind of keep that in mind. If you start seeing, let's just get into this. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now. Frankly, my daughter came in the room and kind of distracted me. So sorry. Anyway, as we got this on the Schumann, obviously those are two big spikes. Okay, I see that. Everybody can see that. It's glaring you in the face. But what most people are missing is this. Okay, that's coming in at 20 hertz. All right. That is consistently there now. I don't know why it's there, but it's definitely there. You can actually tell how it's became more and more a little bit intense. But with that being said, I don't know what's causing it. I talked to Ron Tyler last night over on his live chat, Emergency Management Associates. They were talking about, how the magma flow underneath is all over right now. It's 20, Arizona, 20 hertz. I mean, it's right on it. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just directly on it. It might be a little bit less, like 19.9 or something crazy like that, but that is most definitely something that's there. And it looks like it got more and more intense as time went on here too. So we'll have to wait and see if it still continues. Now remember, we had those dotted dash lines for a long time, but this is different. I don't know what's causing this or what could be, the effects of this. I think this would more so be pointing us towards something else that's going on. It's going to show us that, hey, look at something else, is what I'm saying. I don't think this 20 hertz thing is going to affect anybody's health or anything like that. What I'm saying is that this can help us understand other things. So if something is actually, like if our planet is constantly humming now, and the resonances are staying at those hertz levels, something's changed. It's as simple as that. So you know, so we'll just go on to that. Yeah, sensor damage, maybe. I don't think so, though. Because, in my opinion, if it was sensor damage, you would see it in more than just one spot there. And it slowly came on. Typically when sensors, I worked with sensors a lot in my old job. Usually a sensor either works or it doesn't. So you're getting, and what you're getting here, guys, is this is data that comes in. That data gets interpreted by this model. So yes, sensors and stuff can go bad, but in my experience with any other kind of sensor, typically they're either good or they're bad. They don't like slowly go away and go out. That's just been my experience, but I'm not an expert on this, okay? All I can tell you is, you know, maybe go over to Verte's channel and check it out. He definitely knows what he's talking about with this. But this 20 hertz level is something new, and that's why I'm talking about it. So, what's the story with the buoys? They're just, some of the buoys have been moving around, okay? It's as simple as that. Now, what's causing it? I'm not even going to try to speculate right now. Because I can't. I don't know what's causing it. If I could even give you a halfway intelligent explanation for it, I would. I just can't articulate that right now because I don't have the data to do so. So that's why I'm referring from not. Jill talks about something there. You guys can talk about that over there. I can't, like I said, I can't even hardly say those words right now. If I do, yeah, and nobody will hear what I got to say. And it really sucks. It really does that it's come to this. We've always had to dodge certain words, but why do we have to start dodging those words now? I guarantee you they've entered that particular abbreviation into the algorithm now. I promise you it's there. No joke. So that's why I'm not going to say it. So, anyway, there's a couple things here I do want to talk about. We'll go to space weather first, and that's NOAA Prediction Center. All right, now we just took some solar weather, and we're going to talk about this some more because this definitely is something that was not expected. Look, if anybody caught my last my short video there I did earlier, remember I said I wasn't sure how far it would go up. Look where it landed, almost storm level. Is anybody else buffering? If you are, just give me a yes, no, whatever. Mr. Goody, what's up? Alright, you guys good? Again? Wow. Man, I tell you guys, we got some solar weather going on right now. Okay, this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to shut it all off here, and you guys will just have to watch me boot it up. Sorry, nothing else I can do with that, okay? I'll leave it right there and see what we can do. Yeah, it's saying I got poor stream health. Yeah, I know, Infinite. But even though it is coming from there, I can still kind of like try to help it just by shutting stuff off. It will add a little bit of extra bandwidth. But guys, if I'm jumping around some, I apologize. Okay, so I am just going to have to move on from that. But just note, if you guys miss stuff, go back and watch it on the replay because it'll all be there on the replay. Once it processes, it'll all be there. I heard that, Mr. Goody, but we haven't had any confirmation of that. I don't know what's going to happen on that end, but buffering only one I mentioned. Yeah, no kidding. But anyway, guys, this right here was not expected. All right, so what do I think it is? Well, first we're going to look at the data. This is the ACE data. Remember what I said about the BZ. That's the angle, right? Up here. If it's -6 or less, that means the angle is right for it to come in. Hey, Hilly, good to see you, bud. Christine, good to see you. Axe, I said hi to you too, I think. Can we edit typos on live chat? You would have to go in and edit yourself. I can't do that for you. Okay, John, that's fine. Yeah, guys, it's probably going to buffer on and off, guys. You know, it is right now. Social media platforms are getting smacked just because of everything that's going on. But anyway, you guys can definitely see. Look, everything changed in an instant right here. Look at this. Everything moved. Now, typically when that happens, that is not from a coronal hole stream. Okay? That's coming more so, this is what a CME more so looks like. So if we take that and we take this information right here and we're looking at it, the BZ's right for to get an uptick in geomagnetism, the density, the solar wind speed, and the temperature all started moving up at the same time. So all that stuff is pointing to something's going on. And this is showing you right here on the Enlil model. Also, this model's seen something else now too. So something happened on the sun right in front of us that I went and looked and I couldn't see anything, but this model's picking something up. Because this is 5 days out, 4 to 5 days out. So it's seen something. So we'll look into that later. We got some time before that gets here. But if you want to just simply look at this spiral graph, look, it's wave after wave of increased stuff here. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Now, this right here, people forget that, you know, yes, it's awesome to know when the auroras are going to happen. But the more importance of this tool, it's confirming that we're having geomagnetism. That's the benefit, in my opinion, to this tool. Aurora photographers are already going to know where to be. For me, this is to show that we're getting geomagnetism. We're getting hit. And you can definitely tell. Look, this is something that is on an uptick type of situation there. Let me play this, okay? Hey, Tab. I said your name earlier, by the way, just so you know. Good to see you. And thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. Anyway, and what I like to do on this is take you guys to this last capture, okay? This is what it is right now. So we'll go backwards because this is what's already happened. See how we're kind of running real low right there, and then bam. This is the day side. Okay, that's important to know because if I show you the geoelectric field model, which is what I'm going to do right now. Sorry, I got to reload it. Sucks, but oh well. And what this is space weather's effect on our electrical grid and our artificial electrical components. Okay? So I'm just going to pause it right here because obviously you can see that we started getting some action. Okay? So if I keep moving, this is definitely an uptick. You're seeing this, right? So if I keep going on, so we start getting to that. Okay, those are little blasts that we're getting. We're catching stuff from the sun, in my opinion. Okay, so what do I think that is? Well, let me take you to the CME tracker, and I'll show you what I think it is. Now, I've shown you guys this 1,000 times. That's that first CME. There's the second. Remember, I said that if this thing is off even just a little bit in its calculations, it would move things, right? So I wasn't confident when and I told you guys I wasn't so confident that this thing was 100% accurate in the fact that everybody was saying that we weren't going to get hit. I told you guys if we got hit, it would probably be like a glancing blow, if you guys remember that. But you can see on the top-down view that, look, the wake of these kind of almost graze our planet. The side wave view confirms that, and so does this one. This is the depth one that we look at. It's our orbital line stretched out in a straight line. Okay? So wherever you see the distortion is where the CME is landing. Alright? Or going through. So you can see how close that is. So just a little bit of miscalculation there, it could have brought it over to us. One number from geomagnetic storm. Yeah, I don't know what else to do with this, guys. Sorry if it's buffering. I can't do much more with it. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm not sure how much you guys heard of that, but go back and watch it on the replay. I'm not sure if I missed too much of it or not, but I do want to show you guys this, okay? This is the Australian model, and this is the sun's off to the left. Now watch, this thing's going to bounce around pretty good. See how we got hit right there? Look at it compress in. Those are some pretty decent hits. The BZ's getting down to close to -20, which means it's very, very, very easy for the stuff to come in. The density's up. The speed's up a little bit. So, yeah. So let me, what we'll do now, I'll go over here to ISWA, because I do want to show you these models. Guys, sometimes what happens when it's buffering, I'll have the movie players playing, and it eats up my bit rate. So I try not to have that all running at the same time, but it is what it is. I can't do much more about it. We'll let these things load up. Looks like it's loading up pretty fast. Yeah, the neutron readings are spiking too. That's that would be more so of a cosmic ray type of situation. So yeah. Let's let this thing boot up. I'm sorry, guys, if this is doing it like this. Not much I can do, guys. Will it mess with the volcanoes? Smith guy asked, will the 20 hertz mess with volcanoes? What I will say is that I really think what we're seeing the 20 hertz, but it might be because of seismic activity underneath our feet. That's more so what I'm saying. I don't think that hertz level is going to cause anything. I think it's a result of something. That's what I think. But anyway, you can definitely see that we're taking some hits here. Okay, see our bow shock go in right there? Now this is significant because when we're getting compressed like this, I'm seeing earthquakes at the same time. And I'm going to show them to you here in a minute. So, look at that. Wow. Let me re-update that and see if it gives us anything better. Whoa, look at that. You guys see that? Watch. Watch our bow shock here. It's nice and curved. As I move, watch the top. See the top bend in? And then we get that massive pressure back there. See that? See how the earth pushed back? See how we're kind of right there? It bent us in right there, and then watch the earth push back. See that? That's why it got red right there, because we pushed back and it generated that energy. It's easy to see right there. So that's what happened right there. Now, this one down here is the magnetic lines, right? So I'm going to pause this one too. So let me take this one. Okay, you seeing waves, right? And watch what happens when we get hit real hard. That's just wave after wave, man. Look at that. So when we took the initial hit way back here, that's what happened. Okay, it blew our magnetics all over the place. But that's what we would expect when we get hit in the front. Okay, that's not unexpected when we take a hit. All right. So yeah, that thing is yeah, it's definitely a hit, and that's what I'm saying. All the tools, not just these magnetosphere tools, the data tools themselves, like the prediction center I showed you guys. That's telling us we're taking some sort of hit. None of this up here shows a 4 at all. We're at 4. The prediction was wrong. But here's the solar wind, and again, these are just showing you the direction. It's just going to show us more waves. Okay, so let me X out of that. And let's do this real quick. So this is the other magnetopause models. Okay, this is the newer ones. The sun's to the left on this one. So the energy should be moving from left to right. And it is, okay? But watch what happens here. Stupid thing will load. Man. Okay, so I'm going to pause it. See how everything's kind of quiet? And then stuff starts moving. Okay, you can definitely see that we took an uptick there. Now this is density. Same thing, look. Alright, now the pressure. This right, you're going to see some pressure. Right before this wasn't even hardly there at all. As we move, we start getting hit, and yes, the pressure is going to increase. See? See how it's kind of like an egg? You see the backside pressure here is actually moved over so far to the left that it's really compressing us really, really hard right there. So that's what I want to say about that. Now, what does that all mean? Let me show you something, what I think it means. We've had quite a few 5s pop off within the last 24 hours. Okay? And that's really kind of what's going on here. We had a 5 down here. 5-5. We had a 5-2 in Indonesia. A 5-6 in Indonesia. We had a 5-1 in the Aleutian Islands, Alaska. We had a 5-6 at the Pacific Rise. We had a 5-4 here in Portugal. Now, I know Portugal's over here. They own these islands out here. Okay, there's some islands right here. Then we had this one over here in India. So, that's a lot. Okay? So, that's, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we've had a lot of 6s too, guys. And again, obviously we're all really skeptical about the information we get from these kinds of sites. I mean, that's without being said anymore. I mean, I think most people question at least a little bit of what happens. But yeah, so there is definitely earthquake activity going on. And again, Ron was talking about over on his show, Emergency Management Associates, talking about how the magma flow and stuff, basically global, was moving. So, I mean, could that be part of what we're seeing? I would say that it probably is. And so, I don't know what else to say there. But when we see these things start happening, when we're getting space weather's not causing this. Okay? Space weather is just adding to it. Alright? when things come in, they come in easier on our poles, and they get into our electrical systems planet-wide, okay? Not like your power lines. I'm talking about the global circuit, the Earth itself. So when things are getting built up, we act like a capacitor. Anybody that's ever worked on machinery or anything probably knows what a capacitor is. It's essentially a big battery. And what it does is it holds all that energy until it can't hold it anymore, and then it releases it. Now, us as humans, we use those capacitors for overflow. So they'll go into those capacitors, and then we can control when we want that energy to leave it. Okay? That's what we use it like. But the Earth isn't like that. The Earth will just build it until it can't hold it no more, and then it lets it go. So yeah, I think that's what's happening. When we get space weather, it compounds is what I'm saying. It builds and builds and builds. It's not the only thing that causes whatever. You know, there's very few things around us that are caused by one simple event or one simple thing. Data point, any of that. There's very few things that do that. Usually it's a combination of everything. Hey, Body Soul. Good to see you. Hey, Ricky. What's up? Willow, Jerry, Kevin, Pam. Good to see you guys in here. But yeah, so I do think that the solar weather definitely does affect this stuff, because we can take it right back. Okay? We can take it right back to the time frames, and a lot of these quakes will match up to when we're getting hit. So sometimes what I think's happening is that the quake or the volcano or whatever we're talking about is already primed to happen. And then when we get that hit, that is just the last little thing we need. Yeah, she was, yeah, you guys need to go over and check out Ricky's channel. So yeah, I mean, again, it's not the only thing that causes quakes. It's just part of the formula. So it takes everybody. I don't know enough about the quake conversation. I just don't. I'm learning. I'm learning a lot, actually. But, you know, I'm not to the level that Ricky is, or nowhere near where Ron's at, or Terry, or anybody like that. I mean, but I can, you know, I can hold my own as far as talking about space weather and what the effects of that could actually be. But I do think it's all connected. And I think it takes all of us to be able to, you know, analyze this in a way, because you're not going to get this from mainstream at all, period. It's just not going to happen. Not until, because they are doing peer-reviewed papers and stuff now talking about how solar weather does affect earthquake activity. They haven't went so far as to say it's 100%, but they're leaning that way. At least they're looking at it now. They used to just like completely no way, nothing like that, whatever, you know. But now they're actually starting to take it a little bit more serious because of people like myself and Ricky and Ron and Dutch and everybody else that just pushed and pushed and pushed. Hey, E-Rock, what's up? So, there are some power outages right now, guys, I think. Let's take a look. I think Texas and Louisiana, I think they had a lot of snow. Yeah, check it out. Texas is getting hit hard. Yeah, there's a lot in Texas. 108,000 people. Check it out. That's from snow. Okay? So just know that. I mean, it's nothing from space, but that's snow. Okay. But yeah. Here's the auroras. Okay. Now, like I said, this points to geo. It just does. If we don't have geomagnetism, we don't see these aurora. Because it's charged particles that interact with oxygen molecules. That's what causes it. Okay? So, you know, like I said, not only is it beautiful, it is most definitely a marker that we can look at to confirm we're getting space weather. I'm not going to go into why we see these halos or what theories are and all that, but they're calling this one a dream catcher just because that's what it looks like. And it does. It's actually pretty cool looking, I think. Noctilucent clouds. Again, what are noctilucent clouds? It's water vapor that freezes around meteor dust at the poles. Okay, and they happen in the summertime of each hemisphere. So right now it's summer in the south in the southern hemisphere. So on the South Pole we're seeing noctilucent clouds. Now 6 months from now we should be seeing them on the North Pole. Yeah, guys, there's not much I can do about the buffering. I am sorry. There's really not. Here, let me just do that, I guess. So yeah, and these things were like 2 weeks late this year. That's not normal. Just saying. Okay, and yeah, I can't remember who was asking about it earlier. There are buoys in event mode. Okay, but I don't know what's causing it. I can't. I don't really have that information. And it is on the Atlantic and the Pacific, so it's not just in one spot. So something most likely is going on, but don't know. If you guys remember the report I gave you guys 2 days ago of the microseconds, okay, the Earth, the rotation. It was like 1.5 microseconds is the variation that it has in its rotation sometimes. And, if that continues, they actually have to add like an extra second to the day every so many years or something like that. But it broke its own record 28 times in 2020. That's never happened before. So the Earth's rotation is changing. Something's happening. Something's going on there. There's a lot of theories there. Now, why is that such a big deal? Well, because if you can picture yourself holding a bowl of water, running down the street, and you slow down, what happens? The water starts moving around, right? Well, we can take that to our oceans, and then we can take it one step further and take it to the magma that's underneath our feet. Stuff is going to start slipping. So we have to understand that. So yeah. And yeah, guys, and I get I'm reading the chat. Yeah. Obviously I can't just come out here and start smacking them words around here. But I don't know, I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I don't think any of us do. All of us, let me say this. I'll say this, that since I'm in this community, and I don't want to call myself a truther or anything like that, because I'm not sure if I'm actually classified as that. Hey, Becca. But let me say something here. I get a lot, and I mean a lot, of information from a lot of different places that people send to me, and it's from credible places, okay? Most of the time I don't even talk about it. But because of the people I know and the people that do other things, I hear certain things. And I'm telling you guys this for one reason, and that is the fact that I can tell you right now that in my life I never would have thought that I would be hearing the things that I'm hearing. So, you guys take that for what you will. But I think everybody can kind of see it. I don't even have to say it. So whatever happens, happens. We can't really control hardly any of it. We can just do what we can do for our own family, pretty much. We can be there for each other. That's not what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is that everything I've ever heard right now is, well, the most serious I've ever heard it. I don't want to, I don't come on here and I don't fearmonger. You guys know that. So when I say something like that, I mean it. I'm not just saying it. I wouldn't say it unless I thought it needed to be said. I'm not looking for, it's not in my title to my video. It's not in any of that. Okay? So I'm not saying it for views, clicks, or whatever. I'm saying it because I actually care. I wish I could just come out here and blast everything that I hear. But I simply can't. Because if I did, I wouldn't be here any longer. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's the truth. Those of us that are doing this at all anyway, we're walking a line anyway. At any given time, they could just say bye. I mean, look what's going on. Just go look. We all know what's happening with all the social media platforms. I really don't even have to say much more about that. You guys have to understand that it's affecting this one too. Big time. And hardly anybody's talking about this one. Everybody's stuck on the tweets and stuck on the other ones. But it's affecting this one too. Big time. So just kind of keep your head on a swivel. Don't take nothing for granted right now. And what I would say is trust your gut. If you think you need to do something, do it. Don't let anybody else tell you how you should act or react. You do what's good for you and yours. That way at night, you can still lay your head down knowing that you're doing the best that you can. And that's all you can do, guys. That's it. Seriously, that is it. That's all you can do. And like I said, people like me that have a platform here, that have a substantial following, that, it's our responsibility to at least put this out here in this way, at least a little bit, and that's why I'm doing it. Okay? It has nothing to do with anything else. I just want the people that are listening to me to understand that where I'm at with it, and I wish I could just come out and tell everything that I've been getting in the background. I just can't. So just know that, and let me say this. It ain't nothing that you guys can't look around and see. It's just most of the time when this stuff's going on, we look around and see nothing really. Well, guys, things are starting to come of this. It's right in front of our eyes now. I don't think any of us can deny any of that. And it doesn't have to be just here. It's global. I know it's real bad here where we're at right now, but just know that it's not just here. And all we can do, again, is be there for our family and for each other as much as we can. And stay prayed up, stay positive as much as you possibly can. So, anyway, guys, I am going to go now. Yeah, guys, I love all you guys. I really wish I could, do a little more here, but I can't. But just keep your head on a swivel. God bless. Yahusha saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.